Hey everybody, welcome to Glacier Online. This week we are starting a new series talking about how Jesus preached this sermon called the Sermon on the Mount, and a lot of the things he said were actually kind of upside down. Not that he said it upside down, but that the things he say kind of turn the way we think about the world upside down, so that we see from a new perspective, which is God's perspective. And so we're talking about how Jesus' kingdom, the kingdom of heaven, is a little different from ours. And so that's what we're going to be starting this week. And we also have a silly video, which is a dog fail video, and I love it. It is dogs failing at catching things. So here we go. Hey everybody, the game option for today is called the Paper Airplane Shuffleboard. The things you're going to need to play this game is tape to make your shuffleboard and paper to make your paper airplanes. So you're going to make 3 paper airplanes per person, and you're going to space out at one end of a large room or a hallway, and you're going to throw your paper airplanes, and at the other side of the room is where you will make the shuffleboard. And so you're going to put one line of tape, space out 2 feet, put a second line, and space out 2 feet and put a third line. So you're throwing your paper airplane, and the goal is to get it to land between these lines of tape. If it lands between the first and the second line, then you get 10 points. If it lands between the second and the third line, you get 20 points. And if it lands past the third line, you get 30 points. So you're going to try to get as many points as you can with your 3 paper airplanes by trying to get them to land between these lines of tape. So that's the game. Next up is our Bible video. The video is talking about a sermon that Jesus gave about a mustard seed. He compares heaven to a mustard seed, and it's really interesting. A lot of people wonder why Jesus did this. What is he trying to say about heaven? One of the things I think is that he says the mustard seed is so tiny, but it grows into such a huge tree. And I think that's kind of how our knowledge of God and heaven are here on earth. It's kind of tiny. We don't know everything about God. But when we meet him in heaven in person, we're going to know so much. So the kingdom of heaven will grow in our minds. But I also think it's about a message about being humble. That when we humble ourselves before the Lord, like a mustard seed is tiny, when we humble ourselves before the Lord, we will grow and flourish because God will make us flourish like a tree. And so that is a message of humility and humbleness, trying to be humble before God. So I want you guys to think about what that word means. So watch the video, think about that, and check out the reflection questions, and we will see you guys next week.
The parable of the mustard seed. Matthew 13, 31 to 32. He told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree so that the birds come and perch in its branches.